You guys get your homework done? Okay.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Good. Michelle and Amanda have some amazing information for you guys tonight. I'm super excited about it. I'll be jumping in and we'll be doing some other vlogging, other things. So, oh, apparently we're already recording. I hit record. Didn't know I hit record. Ooh, back on. So, sweet. So I'm going to show you my finder right now. Oops, there it is. Actually, this is what I'm going to show you. We are going to do my shout outs real quick from my team for this past week. And of course, I was ahead of the game and I had them done on Thursday, like as soon as it came out because I had time at school. And I forgot to put top recruiter there for Amy. And then the weekend got a hold of me. So Allison was our top producer. Go, Allison. Congratulations, 500 Club. And then we had a whole bunch of people in there. Lee and Donna were at 400 plus. And what I've been doing is if you're working your husband's account, I've been adding your husband's account plus yours together. I know that Vicky, her husband's working his own account, so I'm not adding them together. But most of you, I know that you are. We had so many new coaches. I think there's 17 new coaches in my direct downline right now, which is ridiculous. Amy, as of Thursday, was at 6, and the rest of those people are changing some serious lives. And I know Amy is at 8 right now. I haven't looked at everybody else, but I know that's what it is. So congratulations, Team Harmony. Very proud of you. You guys kind of are awesome and you rock. So tonight, what we're going to do is I got a question from a lot of people last week of, I have a website, which is www.kellylevere.com. But if you type that in, it goes directly to my Blogger account. So I had a lot of people saying, hey, Kelly, how do you reroute that? And you can always go to Google, okay? Or you can go, and I think I have it on here. I'm going to show you something super fancy. Screen share. We're going to head over to YouTube. And this is a special surprise I have for all of you. Not really. I'm not that cool enough to have a surprise for you guys. My channel. Where's my channel? My channel. Where did you go? It's hiding from me at this point in time. There it is. Back about a year ago, not quite a year ago, but about a year ago, I did a 2-episode, 2-thing series on blogging. So a couple of my coaches and I were talking, we were like, dude, why don't we give them this blog 1 and blog 2 post that I did? Because I already did 2 calls on blogging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you guys how to make your blog public if it is private. So when I uploaded this, I did unlisted. So if you go here to Video Manager on YouTube, really, really simple to do. It's going to take you to the manage your videos. And I did this thing too. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. I made cover pictures for some of my listen to Shalene's podcast. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, just make sure you do that because I learned a lot and I'm very excited about YouTube now. But, okay, so here's my blog call. As you can see that it's unlisted. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go in and I'm going to edit this and I'm going to change it to public. Okay. And I'm going to do Team Harmony blogging call episode 1. And I am going to publish that sucker. And I am going to copy that. And I am going to put that link right here for you guys in the chat. Is my chat there? There's my chat. Fantastic. Okay. So there is blogging, the first blogging one for you guys because it is now public. Let me go back to my videos and I'm going to go to number 2 and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. And I'm going to make the second blogging call that I did also public. That way you guys can all see them and you can go back in and see what is there And then I don't have to repeat myself because it's really cool stuff. Save to. There we go. We're going to save that, publish, copy in the video URL. And again, I'm going to give that to you in the chat. Where's in the chat? Hello. Boom. Done. There you go. And my YouTube channel, I don't even know what it's called because I'm cool like that. It might be Kelly. It's Kelly LeVere. Just search Kelly LeVere and I am there. Okay. So I'm starting to put most of my things public. So if anybody needs to see them, they're there. So when you go in to Blogger, this is how you get my account, kellylevere.com. I think I did it through Blogger. 97% sure I did it through Blogger. If not, I did it through GoDaddy, but I don't think I did. I went up here. Was it settings? No. There's something in here. Give me a sec. We had a long evening, and literally I put my daughter down to sleep at 8:58 tonight. It was fun. So post, comments, basics. Oh, there it is. I have a third-party URL. Okay. So what you can do is I went to the basic setting right here, and you can set up a third-party URL for your blog. You can do it there, or you can do it through, I got mine through GoDaddy. So I would just have to log into GoDaddy and do it there. You can do it either place. There are other ways to do it, but those are the two easiest ones. I highly recommend getting something that's other than, klevere63.blogspot.com. Get something that's uniquely you that people are going to be able to find you with. So that's doing all of that. Tonight, what we're going to talk about, and Amanda and Michelle are going to talk about this. They're going to be talking about how to make your graphics and how to get them started on Pinterest. So all these kind of things. I just have two in this one, but they're two good ones. I see I have mine watermarked, and I made this one up here. I was being anal retentive the one day. Didn't like the one I found. My stream VIP test group, I think I showed you guys this one last week, how I have them all watermarked and done like that. And the girls are going to talk to you all about that. If you have any questions, just don't be afraid to ask. Stop share. I'm going to stop talking at this point, and I am going to hand it over to Michelle.
Okay, so let's see here. We've been doing Pinfinity, which is a program done by Natalie Jill, who was recommended by Shalene on a Shalene podcast. And Pinfinity is this really cool program where she takes you through how to use your Pinterest as a business builder. And there's a lot of cool tips and tricks. Some of it's a little drawn out. Like, I think she takes a lot of time to explain things that she could probably take half the time to explain. Plus, she has she is this fitness empire almost like Shalene does. So she has 1,000 pins, and they're all pinned back to her website and her videos and her blog. I mean, it's crazy what she has. And I think that I feel like even Melanie wouldn't be able to come up with 1,000 pins for all of her stuff. Like, it's out of control because this woman sells, she sells videos, and she's crazy, but she gives you a lot of good tips. So one of the things she talked about was making your pins look appealing to people to make them want to click, because the whole point is to have people repinning your things, number one, but not just repinning them, but clicking through them, which Amanda will talk about the negatives to just repinning something and not clicking through it. And clicking through it means taking you from that picture to a site. Because if you guys have used Pinterest before, and if not, I guess I can give a brief overview. But the point of Pinterest is to have a pretty picture, something that you might pin on a board. But the thing about pinning a board in real life is that all you do is look at the pictures. But on Pinterest, not only do you look at the picture, but you get to click and go to the place where you can get more information about that picture. Either it's food and you click it and you go to the recipe, or it's curtains and you click it and you go to the Macy's website. or something like that. So the point is not only to look at the pictures, but to click through and find sort of the source of that picture. Okay, so I can share my screen. Okay, so here is my Pinterest. You guys can all see that, right? Okay, good. So one thing that I did when I was trying to decide what to do with my pins was I wanted to look and just scroll through my Pinterest feed and see what kind of pins like stood out to me, what I found most attractive, and tried to copy those things. So one thing that Natalie Jill says is that for Pinterest, and I think Kelly mentioned this last week, you want long, skinny photos. Like that's what's going to work best for you. Nobody wants that with Facebook, especially because Facebook cuts any pictures off to be, your sort of square or rectangular picture, but Pinterest doesn't cut them off for a really long time. So as I was scrolling through, I noticed things that I really liked. Like I really liked this foam roller picture. I noticed it was a picture and it had some bright words and phrases that told me what it was. I liked this. I thought it was a little small, but I liked how it had the words at the top. This one's a really pretty picture. I really liked this diagram. So as I was scrolling through, I was sort of looking to see what kind of pictures I liked. This one really stood out to me. This one's really appealing. So I was noticing a trend with those things. So in my Pinterest here, this is my business Pinterest, and Amanda will talk to you a little bit about the difference between a business Pinterest and a personal Pinterest. But I have a couple boards. Some you can see are totally empty, but I've started filling up some things, and I've been very careful about what things I want to pin and how I want them to look. So in my healthy dinner recipes, I have 4 pins so far, and 3 of them go back to my blog, and I just started my blog less than a month ago, and then one of them goes to another one. So here are 2 pins that I made that I think are appealing, and I decided that I wanted my pins to look pretty much the same in certain aspects so that people could sort of connect those pins to me if they were to see a bunch of them going through the news feed. And I noticed that too when I was looking, like some companies or websites would have the same layout for their pin. So I decided to keep a bad one up here and show you how I might edit it. So these 2 are the good ones, my quinoa enchilada bake with homemade enchilada sauce, and then my buffalo chicken burger with homemade blue cheese dressing. And you can see the fonts are a little bit different. I haven't gotten the sizing exactly right and things like that, but essentially you take a good look and they all look the same, right? Here's one that I don't think people would click on, and this is what I sort of started with. But as you can see, when I click it, now that's a nice big picture, but people aren't going to see that immediately as they're scrolling through. And then if I were to click that picture, it would take you right to my blog and right to my recipe page here. Okay. So how would I edit that picture? So I like to use Picmonkey. Sorry, I'm playing with this toolbar. Okay. I like to use Picmonkey. It's not 100% user friendly, but I've used it enough to like sort of get the hang of it so I know what's going on. When I do these pins, I like to use the design aspect. It gives you lots of different options. I usually use Square or Facebook cover for other social medias, but you're going to want to use custom. So I click custom, and I'm going to want one of the sizes to be 3,000 because I think that's the longest. Actually, I'm sorry, guys. Don't do that. Use collage. My bad. Don't use design, use collage. And I usually use one picture, but I have seen, whoa, hello. I have seen people use like multiple pictures. If you're familiar with Pinterest again, like I've seen people do the step-by-step pictures in a long pin where they have like all the ingredients in a bowl, and then they have everything raw, and then they have everything cooked. So you can do whatever you want. But I like to do just the one picture. So I'm pulling my photos from my computer. I've got my blog image, and it's one of these 2 here. I did one without, now I watermarked these on a watermark app, but you can also watermark them right on Picmonkey. So I choose, now here is where you can do your layouts. I always do ducks in a row, and I'll do one of these. I'll probably do this one. And as you can see down here at the bottom, it should say 3,000. That's the longest you can make it, so that's the one you're going to want to do. And I rotate it going long ways. Okay. So here I've got my photo. I drag it into the space, and then I can X out as many as I want. So when I do that, see how it's longer than if I were to just do like the 2. That's why I like the 3 or the 4. Okay. So I was thinking about trying to edit this picture so it looked a little bit more appealing. I can edit, I can zoom in if I want to, you know, I'm not a photographer, but I know there's something to do with like how things are centered. You know, usually if they're like off-centered like that, they look, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a photographer, but I just click around and edit it until it looks good. Okay. Great. Perfect. Okay. I can change it a little bit if I want to. I can move it down a little bit. Whatever. Okay. Super pretty. Now, the only other thing you can change here is your background color. So you can go to the colors, you can click around. My other ones, as you could see, were white, so I'm leaving it like that. You can also use backgrounds. You can drag those in like pictures if you wanted to. And there's lots of different options. Whatever, like I said, that's not my thing, so I leave it white. Now, in order to do that writing that I had before, you now have to take it from your collage there. You want to edit it. So it's going to say, are you ready to edit this? At that point, I can't change the picture anymore. So I'm ready to open it in Editor. Now I got a whole new toolbar over here that I can work with. So as soon as that starts to load, and because I don't have a million years to do this, as you could see from my other one, I made things nice and simple, and I remember exactly what font I used. So it's really easy to find. So let's see. I believe I used Ultra, and this was called my, you add text. This was called Clean Tomato crap. This was my enchilada sauce. Enchilada sauce. Okay, and it was tomato because whatever. So then, you can adjust the size. This little, there we go. Sometimes I like to make it pretty, whatever. You want to make sure it fits in there, obviously. Okay. And then as I did not pick the one that I'd already watermarked by accident. So hold on, you can change the color of this. Whoopsies. Let's make it blue. Yay, perfect. Add text. I would type, now I don't have mine redirected. Like Kelly was saying, you have to pay for that. I'm not at that point yet. So I actually have to type blogspot.com. So I would do michelletSchumann.blogspot.com. I would make it white because of the background of my picture, but you can make it any color you want. Make it small. You can even fade it a little bit. I'm not going to. Bam, I watermarked it. Done. Okay, so let's say that looked prettier. I could save it. I actually was scrolling through the other day, and I'm on like a hot sauce or kick, like a buffalo chicken kick, and I saw this really pretty pin, and it was like hot sauce, buffalo chicken egg muffins, and I was like, oh man, yes! And I clicked it, and it was Amanda's. It was Amanda's pin, and I was like, good job. You obviously created a pin that was eye-catching and delicious, so I pinned it to my blog. So enchilada sauce pin Save. And one thing we had talked about, Natalie Jill uses Pinterest to drive her business. But the thing is, like I had said before, I'm just going to say that to my desktop, is that if you don't have enough stuff yet to drive your Pinterest using your blog and things like that, drive your business to your team members, to other people who have the same like views and the same content as you do. Like my whole Shakeology board is Kelly's Shakeology recipes, because she has really pretty pictures and she has great recipes, and I drink the same Shakeology every day. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't change anything about it. I don't change anything about anything I eat every day, the same thing. So it's not beneficial for me to be like, hey guys, try this peanut butter strawberry Shakeology, because I've never made that. And I'm not going to tell you it tastes good because I think peanut butter is gross. So I would never tell that, but Kelly certainly can. And I'd be more than happy to, share her pin, or like Amanda's, Amanda's egg thing. I was like, ooh, delicious. Okay. So here we are back at Pinterest. Now, normally when you pin something on Pinterest, if you're familiar, all you do is pin it, you pick a board, and you're done. But let's say you want to pin something yourself. I'm not pinning this from the web. I'm uploading my new picture from my device. I'm going to choose my image. I saved it on my desktop. And it was called enchilada. There it is. Duh. Enter. Uploading. What's this pin all about? Clean. You want to put in your description something that people might search in their search engine, because if I put like delicious and nutritious or something stupid like ooh yum red sauce, like nobody searches for that. You want to put something that people are going to search. I usually put the title, tomato enchilada sauce, and even like click here for whatever. That way people know that they have to click to see the recipe. Pin it. Okay. But wait, there's more. Oh, see how much prettier that is than this one? Like, you're much more likely to click this one. Except now when you click it, it goes nowhere. It just shows you that. So don't make that mistake. Don't pin something and not link it to anything. You don't want to take it to a blank page. So you're going to go into that edit, your source, and you can put your source to anything. So you can put your source to your blog. You can put your source to, now I didn't, schumann.blogspot.com. Now, normally I would have the actual recipe, but I don't have my blog up right now, so I'm not going to waste time. But if you click that now and you click, hello blog, and there you are at my blog. Okay, now this is obviously not right. This is just my main page. But if I really wanted to, I could go to the recipe, click up at the top, copy my the exact website, and then you can go wherever it wants to take you. So there you have it. Pretty pin, ugly pin, and linking. Some other things you might want to know, like here's Shakeology recipes. These are Kelly's. Super pretty and not mine. But if you click them, they'll go to Kelly's blog. Here's one I did with my Pio results. So I put these 3 pictures, and these 3 pictures I had actually made them into a long image for Facebook and things, but that didn't work for Pinterest. So I took it apart. I made it into something long. Click to read about a real Pio transformation and learn how you can get the same results. Some other just easy things she suggested were that to try to have at least 4 pins in every board. Why is that? Because any viewer sees those 4 pins right away. So obviously you can see I only have 2 quick healthy snacks, but you have no idea how many work. I mean, it says 4 pins there, but just looking at that, like I could have that whole board filled. I don't yet, but I could. Another thing she suggested was to put the most important ones the ones that you want most people to notice at the top of your Pinterest, because people see when they go to your page the first 5 to 10 boards first. 10's kind of a stretch. These are not my favorite boards, but they are the ones that I have filled so far. So I put them at the top, hoping that people would see that I have filled boards first. And I put things like affordable workout clothes somewhere near the end, because if you click these, they're going to take you to Target. They're not going to take you to my website. So the ones I'll probably keep at the top will be things like healthy dinner recipes, equipment-free workouts, workout motivations. Here's ones that I did. Now these are not great quality because I made them months ago before I was even trying to pin anything. But if you click this, for example, you have this image, and if you click that, it's going to take you to my YouTube channel where I have like a quick 15-second clip of me doing that. And again, I made this for Facebook. I did not make it for, oh, hello. I did not make it for this thing, but I'm trying to take what I've already made and help incorporate it into Pinterest so that I can start building my Pinterest and not starting from scratch. So I think that's it for me. Does anybody have any questions? I know I sort of like ran through that, but I think the most important thing is having a nice visual that people can go to. And you can always change your pins. Like in the beginning, I was just like, get pins up. So I just pinned pictures so that there was content. And then eventually I went back and I slowly edited all my pictures and repinned them, and making sure that your pins take you somewhere. I want to try to make my pins take people to like Beachbody order pages. I don't think that's spamming, especially on a business page, but I haven't tried it yet. So we'll find out about that. I would have done that with Pio, except I had a blog post about that, but I could certainly do another Pio picture and be like, click here to order or whatever. And then it would take people right to my, my Coach ID page.
Do you want to show them how to pin it to like your Facebook like page? Remember how to do that?
I never tried that yet. Oh, wait. Yes, I did. Wait. Okay, yes. I just tried this because Kelly had a brilliant idea. So, because she's brilliant. I started playing around with Word Swag. If you guys haven't tried the Word Swag app, it's like to die. I do it like before I fall asleep at night because it's fun. You can make like, I guess I use them for motivation, but these 3 things you see up here, I made these on Word Swag. I took quotes that I liked. I Googled motivational quotes, and then you get to pick a background and you get to play around with it to make it, make the words show up the way you want them. So this background, the clouds, and this background here were all given on Word Swag, but this guy, I took this photograph in Arizona. So you can also use your own photographs and put your words on. You can see I put my thing down at the bottom. So I put these up and I was sort of like, what do I do with this? Because if I put it up, it's not going to link, like where do I link it to? I have once in a while a blog post I can link it to, but not normally. And I thought these were really fun. Kelly suggested linking it to my Facebook like page to drive traffic there as well, because I've got people going to my blog. I've got people going to my YouTube. I've got people going to my Beachbody page. I don't have anyone going to my Facebook. So click, bam. Hello, friends. There's my like page. And I have a notification. So how do you do that? It's the exact same thing that you would do if you were pinning to anything. Once you pull up that picture, it's not going to take you anywhere. You load the picture, you type the explanation at the bottom, and you click save. Then you have to go back into the pin where that pencil is, and it says source down here. I typed in facebook.com/fitbyexample, which is my Facebook page. My description said, click to visit my Facebook page for more workout inspiration and motivation, which is exactly what I'm giving on this pin. This drop down here, this is where you can pick what boards you want to put stuff on. So you can choose any of the boards. I also have a secret board, which is for another day, but this is where I pin other people's stuff to sort of decide what I want to blog about, what recipes I want to try and edit to make my own. And sometimes my blog, I'll reference a page and be like, I got this recipe from kellylevere.com. Here's my own take on it, whatever. But that's a secret board. So I don't need people seeing all my different like ideas and screw ups and whatever. So I keep that secret. So all of these pins, and obviously it's repetitive, but all of them are going to go to my Facebook like page. And all you have to do is put whatever website you want them to go in, your YouTube, your like page, somebody else's page, Target, like my t-shirts are going to Target, some pants I like, affordable workout clothes. Like somebody might go into Pinterest and type affordable workout clothes in the search bar. Here's the search bar. If I'm looking, oh look, Kelly Levere and Natalie Jill Fitness. I already searched those things recently. Affordable workout clothes. Let's see, I'm looking for things from like Target or Old Navy probably. And look at all the stuff that pops up. Okay, so my hope
Look at
is
that first picture. Go back to that first picture.
I wear black to work out like it's a funeral for my fat. Yes. Perfect.
Look at that. You see what they did? They told you exactly in the picture
Right.
what you're going to get. So you don't have to look anywhere else. It's right in the picture. It says, hey, this is what you're getting with this pin.
And Pinterest has started, I listened to a blog post about this. Pinterest has started being very smart about, they have like a logarithm now. Is that what they call it? An algorithm. So this is going to be what they're going to put first. Like they can tell 7 places, how many times it's been pinned, what it looks like in order to affordable fitness fashion. Like you can tell where to buy the most affordable workout clothes, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, you want to, think about what you would search for if you wanted your pin to show up, and that's what you would call your pin, essentially. That's my jam.
Before I forget, one other thing that Michelle and Amanda and I had talked about is in coming up with ideas for blog posts, we were thinking, why not blog things that are specifically for Pinterest? Blog about where I find my affordable workout clothes. Blog about what are great gifts to get a workout junkie for Christmas. Blog about, all kinds of things, and then specifically pin it to Pinterest. So that was just a little aside because I will forget. I'm so ADHD, it's not even funny. So, all right. So does anybody have any questions about that little part for Michelle? Picmonkey is awesome. Photify, the app, is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one. Does anybody have anything? If you don't, Picmonkey, I think the upgrade fee is like $9.99 a year. And that is going to be what I start getting my new emeralds as their emerald gift. Just a thought. Because not only is it something they can use, but it's something that, they're probably really going to appreciate because not everybody has that actually. I mean, it's $10 a year, but when you're just starting out your business, Picmonkey, Picmonkey is that one. Photify is the one, I just typed it into the chat. Photify is a great one. I went ahead and paid the 99 cents to get rid of where it says Photify on the bottom because I'm psychotic like that. And then Michelle was talking about Word Swag, which is another great one. And what I really like about Photify is they have a collage. You can make collages on there too. So you don't have to make a collage and then go into another one to write on it and all that kind of stuff. And then Picmonkey. And when you saw in Picmonkey with Michelle, I gave her my account so she could get in. There are like little crowns. And you can only use that crown stuff if you get the royal version, which is the paid.
You get used to not using the royal version, but it certainly will be nice. It would be nice to use.
It is. And you know what? Being a photographer and being very used to using Photoshop and all that kind of stuff, I can do almost everything in Picmonkey that I can do in Photoshop, and it's easier. It's more user-friendly. There's so many great things about it. All the circle things that I did with my face and then my body on the templates, I did that in Picmonkey. I just put 2 circles up and I erased the outside. So super simple. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Amanda. I'm going to shut the hell up.
Okay, so let me see if I can share my screen, and I'm going to talk to you guys about switching to a business account for Pinterest. So Michelle just created a new Pinterest account for her business. I decided against that because I had so much stuff that I was already pinning from my blog that I started like almost 2 years ago. And I've had a good bit of it repinned and a lot of blog traffic from that. So I didn't really want to start over. You can see my page here. I have my top boards: fitness and health, clean eating, paleo. Like they were saying, I try to think of what people search for. Low carb, crock pot, you like that? Gardening, not so hot, but I don't know. It was like a vegetable, so I stuck that up there. But I still have all of my other boards. Now, these, like school, film, stuff like that, obviously I don't expect people to search for that stuff. It's just me. It's my personality. If somebody's looking at my boards and they see that, this woman is not only into fitness, but she's a teacher and she has tattoos and she's funny, maybe, I don't know, and has kids. So they kind of see more of me than just this stuff. But because this is my business page, I have my business stuff on top. So if you already have a Pinterest and you want to switch it to a business account, to convert it, you just go to business.pinterest.com and you'll get this page. And you can see where it says join as a business, which if you want to just start a business account, you can do that. Or already have an account, convert now. So I am not going to click on that, but I did. And that's what I did. It switched me to a business account. The reason why you want to have a business account for Pinterest is for this. So these are my analytics. So you can see how many people are looking at my pins, click-throughs. These are my top pin impressions. This is a Paula Deen coconut soup. Wish it was mine. A lot of people seem to like it. It got the most repins recently. My T25 results, you see people have clicked through that. That's one of my biggest blog posts. Like it gets the most traffic between that and my Shilling Extreme results. This one right here is just a funny thing I made myself and pinned it, and like it gets repinned all the time. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, so you can kind of see your stats if you have a business account and determine like what people like, what people are attracted to. So I would probably be able to determine that these, I don't know, maybe have better pictures or are appealing or something. The cool thing about Pinterest is you can have something that's really super old and somebody finds it and they repin it and it's like it's all fresh and new again. And then other people see it and they repin it and it just kind of goes from there. What you want to make sure you do, like Michelle was showing you with pictures, you want to make sure you have pictures that are appealing. Here are my buffalo chicken egg muffins that she liked and she repinned. I obviously liked her pictures and I repinned her recipes as well. Most of these are not mine. Some of them are. I don't have a ton of recipes on my blog, but I want to get more. And I've been going back and just changing my pictures. So I have some that are kind of ugly and I'm making them look better. You can do it two ways. You can either create a new picture and I think delete the picture that you have and like put a better picture in there, Or you can, this is terrible. You can just basically create a new picture and pin it again. That way you have your old ugly picture pinned in case like people have repinned it and they like it. And then you have your new one. This one is funny because this one got repinned recently. I get those emails, oh, someone has repinned your pin. And I look and I'm like, there's a cat. This is my P90X3 meal plan that I blogged about. This picture is in my blog post somewhere, and I, for whatever reason, decided that that was the picture I should use on Pinterest. So, that was a terrible idea because this tells you nothing about P90X. It doesn't give you any idea that that's what you would get to when you click on it if you're not reading this title. But somebody liked it and pinned it onto their board about cats. So at least I got a repin. So maybe that's good, but not really. Don't do that. Don't put fat cats as your picture. You want something that like people are going to know this. What else? We talked about linking to your Facebook like page, blogging to fill up your pin boards. Think about anything people might search for and blog about it and then pin it. What you can do also, if you have your personal Pinterest and you're wanting to change it to a business account, you probably want to go through and clean stuff up. I went and deleted a bunch of stuff that I wasn't using, stuff that I maybe didn't want people to see. If you've been around Beachbody for a while, you've probably heard the talk about like, who is your ideal customer? Picture your ideal customer. What are they into? How old are they? What do they like? What are all their qualities? Make your Pinterest be appealing to that person. You don't want to try to have a Pinterest that's going to appeal to everybody. That doesn't really work. Make it to whatever your specific audience is, your ideal customer. Make it appealing to that person. My ideal customer is a mom, someone like me. So I would want that person to be attracted to my boards. I try to not pin things that have profanity, even though I can cuss like a sailor, or have anything that's offensive because it's my business. I wouldn't be in a store saying that kind of stuff. So I don't do it on my Facebook or my Pinterest either because I don't want to turn someone off. So I think that is mostly it. I just wanted to just see what the benefits are of having a business account and see this little check mark here. I verified my blog. I can't even tell you how I did it. You just have to Google that because that was difficult. That was a headache that day. But I have it linked to my Facebook, so anyone can click here and go straight to my Facebook page and Twitter, which I don't really use, but it's there. Yeah, and that's it. Does anyone have a question about this? What does it cost? It's free. Yep. So I'm going to stop sharing.
I just wanted to say why I chose to make a business account as opposed to transfer my my personal Pinterest. Like my personal Pinterest, I have like over 1,000 pins and I get repins constantly. But kind of going off to what Amanda was saying, like she has tons of pins that go right to her blog that are already getting a lot of traffic. And I just started my blog like a month ago, and all of my pins, and I wanted to keep my personal Pinterest because I love it, but a lot of the stuff that was being repinned on my personal Pinterest was like my wedding board, which was awesome, but I got married 1.5 years ago. So while it's nice to have for my friends who are getting married and for people who like those blogs or those pins, like that's not really helping me. I get teaching stuff that's being repinned, and a lot of it's like like elementary school pins that I use for summer school, but I don't do anything with them during the school year because I'm a middle school. So like that doesn't really help me. Like I can tell it's a lot of people following my boards that not necessarily wouldn't like fitness, but it's a lot of random people who are following my boards. And I want to sort of zone in on people who are first and foremost interested in business and then maybe interested in other things. So I probably will start doing like how Amanda has, like adding things like teaching or adding things like other things other than fitness. But because I was just getting what I could tell was just a lot of really random repin stuff from my other board, or my other Pinterest, I didn't think it would do anything for me to change. I'd have to do so much cleaning, and I didn't want to do that. I like the stuff that I have on my Pinterest for me. So that's why I didn't change mine.
On the other hand, I opened up a business account. I'm going to screen share with you guys real quick. I opened up a business account, but this is my personal account, and I have 752 followers. I am not really sure that opening up a business account was a good idea for me. I may take this and make it into a business account, but I wanted to show you guys just an idea of what I have. I call it above the jump because that's anything on a blog page or on Pinterest before you scroll. Okay. It's called above the jump. So I have Beachbody programs.
She calls it the crease.
The crease, she got it the crease. Okay. The crease, the jump.
Yeah.
I have Beachbody programs, Beachbody coaching, Shakeology recipes, Beachbody results, inspiration, Fitspiration, clean eating, I work out, which I'm going to totally change the name of that board, P90X3, 21 Day Fix, paleo, all kinds of things. Now, something I wanted to show you how to do, and I have some seriously stupid boards up here. Oh, to move. So my story right here, it needs to not be down at the very bottom. So the best way to move things is you grab it and you move it. It's really simple. It's like literally like a corkboard. You just grab it and you move it. So my story, probably before I work out, whatever that is, it needs to go up here. So I am going to have a lot of stuff to do. Like if you take a look right in here, this is going to go, there's going to be a lot of things into my blog. This one right here, P90X3 modifications, gets a lot of traffic. Okay. But it's in something called I work out. What the hell was I thinking? Why did I do that? That was dumb. Learning to Love Me, my P90X day one sheets, how I filled out the workout sheets. I blogged about them. An awesome arms group that I did. The difference, I loved how P90 did this. They showed the photos, accountability groups, but no one is finding them in my I workout. So I would just go, I need to edit the board and I need to change it to something that is not that. And you can also change the cover photo. So that's first of all, that's a horrible placement of a picture. So if you slide it down like that, doesn't that look a lot better? Because you're not cutting something in the middle, but that's really not a good thing to have. So I would probably pick maybe something like that or something that is maybe that. I don't know. This is a really stupid board and I hate it. So right now it's March Total Body Madness, which I'm probably going to leave it there because that is a pretty good little thing to have. So, and then you click Save Changes. I don't have any of mine. See where it says category? I don't have it listed as anything. So when you type in, when you sign up for Pinterest or you have things that, what do you like? I need to have this listed as health and fitness. That is totally stupid to not have that listed as health and fitness. You have to save that right there. Okay. So that is what my business one looks, or my personal one looks like. My P90X3 schedule and modifications gets pinned all the stinking time, but I wanted to show you guys this. I'm going to log out and I'm going to log into my business account and show you guys what I'm doing. Still getting used to these new emails. Hey, wait a minute. I need to log in. What am I doing? That was dumb. So on here, I have my more professional picture. I have where I'm listed. I only have 3 boards because I haven't had a ton of chance to do this. I have my Shakeology recipes. And then if you look here, this is my Beachbody transformation. This is my video linked to YouTube. And I made this specifically so I can edit the board. I can go in. Oh, wait. That's not what I want to do. Cancel. If I go in here, I can edit this pin. Can you guys hear that? Nobody needs to watch that right now. You can later if you want. But it's not going to give me a chance to change the picture. It's just going to show whatever the YouTube, whatever it's pinned on YouTube as. And again, you can change it. You want to put something in the description that people are going to search for. So Shalene Extreme Beachbody weight loss results. I put amazing because people tend to search for amazing and all that kind of stuff. So I am undecided on what I'm going to do with, come on, this doesn't like me. I'm undecided, but I can tell you on my blog, when I go here, my stats, I always go over to my stats because I want to see where people are coming from. So this will show me like pretty much anything. So you can see I had 190 page views from P90X30, FabAb February. Like these are all the page views that I've had. A lot of things are coming from Google, but 19 page views came from Pinterest. They can show you where everything is coming from. Like I get most of my traffic from the United States, some from Canada. Apparently they like me in India, Australia. Okay. So and they can even show you the posts. And this is within the past week. In 1 week, I've had 190 views on my P90X3. That's a lot. A lot of people have gone to my Shakeology recipe page. That's a really decent amount. I mean, I was like, okay, well, that's pretty awesome. You can do all time, and that's pretty much all time. Look at that. Page views on my P90X3. That's crazy. So in all reality, I probably should make my personal page my business page because there's clearly a lot of traffic coming from it. But there's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit sharing my stupid screen with you guys. I'm going to stop recording. So that's what I'm going to do. Stop recording. Thank you for spending time with us. Stop recording.